Welcome to today's feature presentation, The Trader Who Waits. Trading and investing require an in-depth analysis before deciding to risk your money. Wait for the perfect moment, have the moment perfect, and then you act. Long term, you only strive for solid returns when you have the patience to wait for the right moment and then you act. Regardless of the instrument you want to trade, stocks, options, futures, forex, you have to find and forecast price move opportunities. And the best to do so is having a solid system supporting your decisions. As a trader, you are a probability thinker. You will not be 100% right in your judgment. You always deal with a probability. The goal for you is to operate at or above 65% to predict the future price move of assets. At this point, let me introduce myself. My name is Thomas Barman. I'm the owner and inventor of Never Loss Trading. Never Loss Trading doesn't stand that you never lose a trade. It's a concept of trade repair. Never Stop Loss Trading was a bit lengthy. I want to make you here with the disclaimer aware of the risk in trading, that I'm here as a trader and educator, not as a broker, dealer or financial advisor. With that said, let's continue and get into the details. When you come to trading from a different profession and discipline, you are taught that the frequency of participation will increase your income potential. That's not like that in trading. Here we talk about a very different price point. The more often the better will not work, because you will accept mediocre setups. And this is why that is called here the trader who waits. I'll teach you how to wait for the perfect moment and then act. Traders with the aim to frequently trade accept lower probability setups, and with that increase the rate of losses in their trading. And so they have opportunities they strive for. They should not have done that. Yeah. In addition, usually they come in with higher losses than gains. The directional decision for entry and exit are not hard-coded, yeah, they're discretionary, and with that there is no concept for always to be followed, and they are acting predictable, because using time-based chart it's pretty obvious where the stop sits, and with that, that's not a good basis for making solid income long term. This is a basis for facing issues through trading. And if you are experienced in trading and you trade it frequently, this will tell you a story of why it didn't work. However, instead of focusing on the problem, let us share some solutions. Successful traders find signal combinations that forecast the future price movement of assets with a high likelihood. Here's a real-life example. So you see at key price turning points, the system throws here buy signals, and then when the price turns, sell signals. So you see the crucial price turning points right on the chart, and there's multiple systems combined here. Never Loss Trading top line, then trend catching and the timeless concept. Yeah, so multiple indicators point the direction, and you see here map out where it goes. Red is for downturns, blue for upturns. So comes from red to blue, has a signal, there you act. Comes from red to blue, there is a signal and you act. Comes from blue to red and there is a signal, there you act. The key question at that point: do you have proven success in operating and conducting at key price turning points? Does your system give you such indications? And here what you see, combining system increases the accuracy of the forecast and helps you to analyze solid of what you do. You still will work with a probability, but you increase your odds and you increase your win rate when combining and when following clear-cut price turning points. On the side of trade execution, there's a couple of crucial things to consider too. Many operate with discretionary decisions. That's not good. Your decisions need to be hard-coded. When to enter, how to enter, where to exit, where to put the stop. Needs to be hard-coded. The moment you fiddle and you move around with decision-making points, it'll not work out long term. On the other hand, risk-limiting strategies, what you see on the left is day trading chart, then it's relatively obvious. But also if you are a swing trader or longer-term investor, you need to limit your risk, because the markets are in ambiguous stage and we don't know directly where it goes long term. So therefore, risk limiting is a very essential tool for not having drawdowns in your account. And then it's predictability. Are you operating with a high probability system, and is your stops predictable, or are your stops predictable? Why do I say that? At certain points we developed the never loss trading timeless concept to help people to no more act as predictable as you do when you operate from a time-based chart. Let us jointly find a couple of perfect trade moments. So what we do here is we look at a timeless chart. So time is not considered, but price change. Yeah, price is the result of a shift in supply and demand, and with that it's not a variable, it's a result, and we can scale and work with that result, put it on the chart, and make solid decisions that are not easily to be seen by other big market participants. Trading price based, we can hard code the entry condition. So there is a buy threshold or sell threshold, buy above or sell below, that's spelled out by the system. The exit target is defined at entry. Then there is stop set at entry that give the trade enough wiggle room to come to target. And so with our systems and strategy, we help to increase accuracy and we help to reduce discretionary decisions. Yeah, because we only accept a trade when direction is confirmed. Other market participants do the same. They buy or they sell, and that's what you want to have. That drives the price to your target point, and you are exiting at that target point. You can potentially add, but that's we do in a second phase, and if you want to go deeper, I'm happy to talk in detail with you. Yeah, so we choose also an adequate stop to give the price enough wiggle room on the statistical volatility of price change to come to target. All of that is considered in the system. All of this goes in with one click when the buy or sell threshold is surpassed. Let us jointly go through a day trading example. What you see here is the E-mini S&P 500 futures contract on a level loss trading timeless chart. It combines top line and trend catching. So you see 4 trade situations highlighted. Yeah. And each of them has the following characteristics. So you see a turn in momentum from blue to red, like here on that sell signal. And there is a goal for the sell signal or target where we are taking profit. Then the same occurs in the next situation. We go from red to blue and we have a buy signal, and that came to target. Then we go from blue to red in the environment. We have another sell signal, and here you see a sell threshold. Yeah, sell 37.8850. So when the price ticks below in the continuation of the next candle, which it did, only then we enter a trade. Had that candle just reversed in the opposite direction, we would delete the trade entry ticket, which was a sell stop in that order, at the next candles close. Yeah, so that didn't happen, so this was ticked in. With that we had a trade. How far did we carry it out? We carried it out here to that point, and each of those situations is good for a price change of 25 points. 25 points relates to a value change of the underlying contract of $1,250. All these individual situations came to target. That's not always the case. We deal with the probability and we focus on setups that are at or above 65% likelihood to move in that direction by combining these signals. But here we had a very high likelihood day between June 13 and 19 here of what we are looking at, and things worked out pretty well. Yeah, so you see here always sell threshold. The sell threshold was confirmed in a continuation of the next order of the next candle. Here we go to the upside, and this is how we produced constantly income following the system and its thresholds. There is additional system on the way to the upside, so we would have also taken this one, but here in that situation said, okay, let's wait for the perfect moment. Perfect moment has momentum change, it has a signal, it breaks out of a containment, and this is when we want to risk our money. And this is what I'm saying is a perfect moment to wait for. This would have been a perfect moment too, because continuation pattern, you had a reshuffling candle in front of it, the price pokes out of what we call the never was trading box line, so it's outside of that area, and with that has a high likelihood to follow through. And here we have the same, yeah, until we come to what's called the three-spook price development, and there we are very super duper cautious because nothing goes forever. So you see how to work with hard-coded opportunities. I took a day trading example. It also works for swing trading or longer term environments. Here's a chart where you see that the system is not always correct. However, if you learn the rules, you can reduce your loss rate. So you see here momentum change, that was a winner. Momentum change and signal, that was a winner. That was a winner too, so you have 4 in a row. This one would not have worked, but there's reasons for why not taking it, but I take it very mechanical here in that approach that I'm showing you while we teach you also how to sort out perfect moments in our mentorships. Yeah, so that one worked again. Then this one would not have worked, this one would not have worked, and this one would have worked. So what's the outcome of all this? Yeah, so when we look at it, we had 9 trading opportunities in a day. We had out of them 6 winners, 3 losers, so that's in the system specification. You had enough decision making time to enter your orders, because you know some charts they rapidly produce candles. That's not the fact here. Each was risk limiting here, the crossbar defined where your stop was, and you're working with buy stop orders or sell stop orders, so you only get dragged into a trade when the direction is confirmed. And you act with low predictability because you act purely price-based instead of time-based, where it's very obvious where your trade sets, so or where your stop sits. So if we want to elaborate jointly on this, then just give us an email, contact@neverlosttrading.com, and we are happy to go through trade situations with you and show you what our systems can do for you as a day trader, swing trader, or long-term investor. TradeColors.com is our introductory system to algorithmic trading. What you do is you trade at 2 candle color combinations. So there was a red candle that was good, 2 blue, you go long. 2 red you go short, 2 blue you go long. That's the basis of an initiation move, but you also learn how to cope with continuation moves. The chart here shows the E-mini S&P 500 futures contract on a timeless trade color chart, where each candle also signifies about a 25 tick move to the up or to the downside, and you see there were multiple opportunities all painted on the chart with initiation moves, but also with continuation moves you were able to follow when you learn and know the rules. All of our concepts and systems follow the following success principles. First of all, we are acting with the system at probabilities at or above 65%. We have mechanical rules for entry, exit, and stop. We trade at the perfect moment only. You saw that how we do that with doing signal combination. We consider overall factors and patterns. I didn't include that on here, but you'll learn it in the mentorship. Risk reward are always in a system acceptable balance. This is where a lot of traders struggle. We do risk-averse trading. Look, when the environment doesn't allow, we don't act. We don't trade for the trade, we trade for the perfect moment. Or we trade the perfect moment, better to say. We further help you to hold to target. That's a very critical factor, because you need to have the full profit instead of a lower profit. And that's where a lot of new traders struggle, and even experienced ones, to take targets early. Hold to the system target, and then profitability should be on your way. Yeah, do not add to losers. Yeah, we're not increasing our risk by moving the stops or doing any of those. Everything is hard coded. We stick to our strategy. We follow a business plan that we write with you that spells out when to trade, how to trade, when not to trade in the action plan, and also a financial plan, how frequent and how do you get to those perfect moments and then capitalize on them. Wouldn't it not be better for you to have one winning trade a day and you make that successfully in the long run, and then you just add to the amount of contracts you trade or the number? That is a good idea potentially, but if you want to trade high frequently, we have for every concept something where we can help you with. Yeah, we trade for meaningful price moves. So you saw in the example we had like 25 ticks we traded for. On a day trading, we swing trade for 100, and that changes with the environment. And our system always tells us in our alerts of where we best tune our charts to. Yeah, systematic trading is essential and important to follow clear-cut rules, and having a mentor to learn from will be essential for you, because just by watching a video you will not be able to get that all done, and we are here to work with you at your perfect and preferred days and times. Trading has its complexity of decision making. With our systems and concepts, we reduce 5 decision-making dimensions to 1. It's all clear at entry, and within that will help you to make sound decisions at high probability setups at or above 65%. All of what we teach is also documented in writing, and for every teaching session you will get a professional video where you can go through the learned again. If you want to learn more about these opportunities, call us or write us an email at contact@neverlosttrading.com, and we are happy of getting together online to find out which of our systems and concepts suits you best. There is a lot to learn about trading, starting from trade repair, which gave us the name, to finding price move indication, limit your risk, finding the trades, following a business plan, and reducing your overall risk at any point. So we'll teach you that at your first and best moment, because we are working one-on-one only. We bring you more than 10 years of experience in educating people and helping them with our algorithm and concepts. So write us an email, contact@neverlosttrading.com demo, and we are happy talking to you in detail and find out what suits you best.